Good morning, everyone. This is Shreya, and I'm really excited to present our project, Marshalls. Let me walk you through our overview of the Marshalls website that highlights its focus and key features that enhances the overall shopping experience for users. Marshalls is a very well-known retailer that offers discounted brand name products at lower prices, appealing to budget-conscious shoppers who still wants to access to top brands. This digital extension complements the in-store experience and makes shopping more convenient for users on the go. The Marshalls platform is also well integrated with the upstream and downstream systems. Lastly, Marshall's aim is to provide a seamless online shopping experience for value-conscious customers. Now let me introduce you to our enthusiastic team members. Me as the product owner, Randy is a Scrum Master, Lee, Kang, and Saida are our QA engineers. Moving forward, we have our architectural diagram. So this diagram shows a continuous cycle of requests from the front end to the back end and responses that return data to be displayed on the front end. On the left-hand side, we have the front end, which is the part of our application that user directly interacts with. Moving to the right, we have the backend that handles the core logic of our application. It processes requests from the front end and sends appropriate responses back. The web server in the backend manages communication between the front end and the backend, handling tasks such as processing data, storing files, and managing databases. Now, next, as you can see, we have the automation test cycle, which consists of 6 key stages that ensures the efficient and effective implementation of our automation in the project. The first stage involves the defining the scope of the automation. Once the scope is established, the next is the selecting the appropriate automation tool. In other stage, we have the definition of the test automation plan, design, and strategy. The fourth stage focuses on the setting up the test environment. Next comes up the core of the process, test script development and execution. Finally, we have reached the test analysis and the reporting stage. Now, moving forward, we have our test modules that we have worked on. Those are my account, my bag, search, store location, and rewards. Now I'll be walking you through the Agile Scrum process, a framework that is used for managing complex software developments and delivering high quality products in a collaborative and iterative manner. So at the heart of the Scrum process, we have the 3 key roles, that is product owner, Scrum Master, and the development team. So the Scrum process begins with the product backlog, which contains the product vision and all the necessary user stories. Each day during the sprint, the team holds a daily stand-up meeting. At the end of each sprint, the team delivers a potentially shippable product increment. Once the sprint is complete, the work is delivered to the customer or moved closer to a final release. That's a high-level overview of the Scrum process. Now from here, my friend Randy will take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreya. Good morning, everyone. As you can see on the screen, we have functional requirements. And if you can look at the definition for functional requirements, define what the system must do. Each requirement is captured as a story or user action with scenarios outlining specific interactions and acceptance criteria, setting clear conditions for completion, ensuring alignment on deliverables. As you can also see on the screen, this is an actual structure that was used in developing the final outcome of our goals and objectives. Moving on. As you can see, we actually used Jira to organize and implement our project. Using Jira, we created versions to track specific issues or for our project. Epics represent larger initiatives such as implementing categories, including account management, store management. These epics are broken down into stories, which are also centered requirements Like as a customer, I want to enter username and password so I can log into my account. Each story has actionable tasks, and within those tasks, we have smaller steps or subtasks, like create login page to add credentials. This structure keeps us organized and ensures nothing is missed. Moving on to the Jira timeline. As you can see, this gives us a clear visual of the project's progress over time. It shows how epics, stories, and tasks are scheduled, including their start and end dates, dependencies, and deadlines. This ensures the Marshall's project stays on schedule by giving us an overview of what's been completed and what's coming up next. As you can see, 100% has been completed by our wonderful testing team within the given time frame. Moving on to test execution results. As you can see, we have developed a dashboard, and in it, within the dashboard, you can visually see test execution results, which includes the first chart, overall progress, test execution results, and the test execution effort. Moving on to the next chart, the pie chart. The pie chart showing how many subtasks were assigned and completed. This pie chart gives a quick snapshot of our testing team's progress. And down below, you will also see our 4 testing cycles. This chart breaks down the status of the 4 main testing cycles, such as unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and UAT, which is user acceptance testing. Each bar reflects how many cases are passing, failing, or complete at each stage, helping us track how stable and ready the system is for each phase of deployment. Now, I would like to turn over to Lee to continue this presentation.
Thank you very much, Randy. Test-driven development, or what we call the TDD. Test-driven development is a software development approach that emphasizes writing tests before writing the actual code. One of the few benefits of TDD is faster feedback. TDD provides immediate feedback on whether the code changes are successful, allowing for faster iteration and problem solving. Another one is improved code quality, that is modular, easy to understand, and maintainable. TDD involves only developers, and it's focused on code performance. The main objective of the TDD is building a functional product. For the behavior-driven development, or what we call the BDD, it involves the entire work team. It focuses on software behavior, and it considered high level. The objective of this approach is designing the right things for each scenario. As you can see in the BDD, or behavior-driven development, it's written in Gherkin, meaning there's a given, when, and then approach. Given is the precondition, when is the action or the specific action that the user takes, and then the testable outcome or expected result. The TDD and the BDD will be shown or presented in our live demo. I will hand over to Fatima to give you a walkthrough of our project.
Thank you, Hilani. Now I will share my screen. My name is Sayeda, and today I will be demonstrating the TestNG product for Marshall website using NetBeans. I will provide a brief overview of our project structure. To keep our code organized and maintainable, we divided our project into several packages that matches our different section of our website. So here you can see we have support package, my bag, product, and reward, and store package. All packages have their that contains their specific test case. For example, here in the bag package, we have add product and remove product. And for the store, we have store by search store by city, state, and invalid zip code and a valid zip code. So now I will like to run one of the test cases from my bag package. When I will run this test case, it will first navigate to the Marshall website, and then in the search bar, it will select a product, and then it will add to the bag. So here it's looking for this product that is bag, and it will select one product and add it to the bag. And now you can see the product is added into the bag. Now I will run the test case about the product, which is non-existing product, to check the validity of our search functionality. Again, it will go to the Marshall website, and in the search, it will type Tylenol that is not present in their system. So it will show the message that product is not found. And this test is also passed. And now I would like to run one test case that is about finding the store by city and state. So it will navigate us to the Marshall website and the store locator page, and there it will write a valid zip code and state, city, and then it will navigate to the page that has all the store located in that area, and we can select one of the store. And as you can see, all the test cases passed. So now I will like to hand over the presentation to Leilani to present our BDD and GitHub.
The NetBeans side is already built, and then after we tested from the NetBeans side, we uploaded our project folder in the GitHub. This is our project repository. Then showing you the Jenkins. We all know that Jenkins is an open source automation server that is used for continuous integration and continuous delivery. So in this screen, we already built our project. And as you can see, we downloaded some of the plugins to be used for our presentation. One of the plugins is the test result analyzer, and this is the report generated. As you can see, for all our test cases, this is the status. This is it's showing also the broken tests and the coverage of all the test cases. And as you can see, the build status and the pie chart showing all the details of the build. I'm showing also to you the HTML generated. As you can see, all the test cases are passed. This is the test sample of the HTML. As you can see, this is also giving the message for that report and giving all the running time, all the details in details from the Jenkins side showing in the in this report. We also have downloaded also the test ng results. These are the, as you can see, it failed, they're failed. And it shows also some of the, it shows also the test cases that are passed. I will show you the Eclipse for our project. We come up of some of the features for the test cases, the FAQs, the search, and the stores. This is the sample Gherkin language that we incorporate in our in this Eclipse, and then we ran this this program, and the report is generated. This is the report, the Cucumber report that was generated from the Eclipse side. I will hand over to Kang for the rest of the slides.
Thank you, Leilani. Good morning, everyone. Here are some challenges we encountered during our project. Getting program to work properly, team member schedule constraints, and security limitation on the website being tested, to name a few. Moving on to tools and technology. I will mention a few tools and technology we have used on this project. Canva is a graphical design platform that we use for our presentation. Google Meet is a video conferencing platform that we use for our show and tell, and Catalan Recorder was used for automating web application testing, among others. Moving on to our last slide. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We are now open to any question and answer.
Sure.
So we tried multiple websites like Subway, then Marshalls, TJ Maxx, but most of them were restricting us to go through all the test cases, and Marshalls was the only one that was allowing us to test throughout how we wanted to do it. So we selected Marshalls in that way.
Very good. While you were working on a question for other person, whoever is going to answer, while you were working, maybe Fatima, what are the key challenges you experience?
So, the first one is the code. When I run the code, like classes and all, it's good. So what I was thinking, like I created a TestNG suite. So whatever test case I want to run, I just put that in the TestNG suite. So I did it, and after that, it will give me the error that my codes are not running and it's all failed. So that was the first, like, a difficult challenge for me. So I just, delete the TestNG and do them manually. So this is the challenge I faced.
Got it. Randy, like when you're working with this group, how did you guys plan that who does what, when, and how?
Well, we had to develop a strategy, and we also had to develop an organizational system that was going to make it easy to set up information into the JIRA program to communicate and receive those approvals. Once the test cases were generated, then you had your stories and you had your subtasks. All those was sent to the team members, testing team members, and accepted and approved. And then that really helped generate as those tasks were being completed for me to be able to see the progress for each one of those tasks that were assigned to each one of those testing members. So JIRA played a big role in helping organizing and having team discussions, using somewhat like a mirror board to say, what are we going to do? What is our goals? What is our objectives? What are we going to, what is the big picture? And so once we developed that, we were able to move forward and generate what we needed in JIRA to monitor and keep the progress going until the final outcome was completed.
Very good. Liliana, a question for you. While you were working for this kind of project, what was the specific wow moment for you?
Say it again, sir.
Yeah, so when you were working for this project, what was the specific wow moment for you?
Yeah, working in this project, the specific wow or good memories for this is working with my team members. They're so cooperative, they're so resourceful. I'm so happy with them. And another thing is I have a lot of learnings, like discovering what the new technology gives. Like I'm able to learn about the Eclipse, the NetBeans, and how it works with the web automation. And for the Jenkins, I learned a lot of plugins and how does it work. So it's very good memory, good experience working in this kind of project.
Very good.
I have so much to learn and I have so much to discover. So I think that's good one.
Well, thank you. Ken, I saw you mention various tools and technology. If I ask you, what kind of specific challenge you and your team faced during this project?
Trying to get the, I guess, program or to work together or sync up properly. It's always been a headache, but when we figure it out, we're happy about it.
Okay. So guys, first of all, very good quality job. So I want to say congratulations to all of you. Again, I know that you must have invested a lot more time. Again, this is really going to help you a lot when you are in a real field in front of real people. A lot to share because you can use all those tools and technology you use for core challenges you have, the planning, the coordination, the communication, and extra effort which you invested in this project. So kudos to all of you. Moving to the next group.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our project presentations, where we will demonstrate the integration of our software development tools and practice for IKEA. Now let's talk more brief about the history of IKEA. Founded in 1943 by Ingvar Kamprad, IKEA started with the small household items before shifting to furniture. With the vision to improve everyday life, IKEA pioneered innovation like a flat pack furniture and has expanded to over 460 stores worldwide, leaving a lasting legacy that culture model home design. Let's move next slide about the team behind this project and the key role. Our team has composed of Anna, who serves as a product owner of a QA, Edgar is a QA engineer, Eric is a senior developer, and myself as a Scrum Master. Now let's dive more into automation testing lifecycle. Consists of several key phases, starting from the decisions to automate the testing, selecting the right tools, and developing the test plan to execute and managing the test. Each phase is essential to ensure efficiency and accuracy in testing, ultimately improving the overall quality and performance of the tool. Now I'm going to pass to Eric, who's going to talk more further to the presentation.
Thank you, Amy. For our product roadmap here, we have the vision, and the who contains online shoppers of all types. What we aim for is personalized product recommendation based on user behavior. The why is for improved user experience to gain more sales. Our backlog contains epics and stories such as managing items in shopping cart, search functionality, adding and removing items from cart, and search for nearby stores to say a few. Moving on. Our test plan outlines the overall strategy and objective for testing our product, detailing what will be tested, the testing environment, resources needed, and the timeline. Our test cases are used for specific conditions under which a tester will verify if a feature meets its requirement, while our use cases describe how users will interact with the system with detailing steps. Moving on. Our Jira backlog played a crucial role in the success of the testing project. It provided a prioritized list of tasks, features, and bug fixes that needed to be addressed. It helped ensure that the testing team focuses on the most critical items first, aligning testing efforts with project goals. It enhanced communication among our team members, allowing for better tracking of progress and identifying roadblocks. Moving on. Here we have an assignee pie chart, which provides a visual representation of workload distribution among team members, making it easier to balance workload management. Similarly, the sprint chart offers insights into task completion rates, helping teams assess progress and prioritize remaining work effectively. And now I would like to pass it on to Anna to continue.
Thank you, Eric. As the project developed, we created a GitHub repository to organize and collect the source code and handle cooperation more efficiently. Multiple branches were built within the repository, allowing each team member to work on their own features separately. This framework allowed us to show individual progress while keeping version control and ensuring that modifications were completely incorporated. Going forward, Catalan Recorder has a user-friendly interface that allows us to quickly record our testing scenarios. After recording, we can easily convert these tests into TestNG format, making integration into our existing Java testing framework seamless. This tool not only increases our testing efficiency, but also provides consistency in our automated testing processes. Following this, the NetBeans allowed us to create separate classes for each feature we wanted to test. We integrated tests from Catalan, which helped us to leverage existing test cases and improve our testing process. While some tests required additional effort to execute, we were involved in debugging to achieve the desired results. Finally, our determination paid off as we successfully tested all features, showing the success of our approach. Now I will share my screen to show how it runs. Thank you, Amy. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would, because the time is pressing us, I will run just a couple of our tests to show you how it is running. And first of all, I will test the create profile. And here, for this particular test, we created a Pojo class and a file util that offer an easy way to manage and organize data in a form. We ran two tests to build a profile, one in which the user enters the correct information and the profile is formed. However, because we used personal information, we will run the other one in which the user enters inaccurate data and is unable to create the profile. So you can see that once the user is putting all his credentials, he is able to create the profile. And we got the build success for this test. I will also show you the add favorites. This is very similar to add to cart, but the user here is able to, once he is choosing a product, he is able to put in the wish list. So when the customer navigates to the website, after selecting the product, they can confirm that it has been successfully added to my list. We also created different types of scenarios. We tested different features, negative. Here I will show you one of our negative scenario. When the customer is searching a product that is not on the website, and he will get the message appropriate. So as you can see, once the customer is typing on the search bar, blush, and he will get the message that there are no results for the blush. We tried to test a lot of features like filter search, test case login, the search test. We can easily change the location of our tests. So I will show you the last one, that is filter search. So the user is able to put the filters, and he will get the product that he's needed based on the filter. And the user is on the website and he's trying to find the product that he is needed. Once the product was chosen, he could make the decision. I will stop sharing my screen and I will introduce Edgar. He will take control of it.
Thank you, Ami. We have learned that Jenkins allows developers to automate the building, testing, and deploying of applications, and that the goal of BDD is to improve the communication between technical and non-technical stakeholders by using the Gherkin language that uses a given when, then syntax to describe our stories. We also learned that Cucumber interprets the Gherkin scenarios and calls the corresponding step definitions, effectively bridging the gap between plain language and code. As our professor would say, easy. When we combine these tools, we can produce reports that help give us a big picture view of the progress of a project. And here, we just combined because we're short on time, and we can see the different reports that were generated. I particularly like the one on the right with the green circle. That's a Cucumber report generated, and it has a lot of, on the top you can click and you can see a lot of menus, and it presents a very nice picture of the test results, and you can dig down and click particular scenarios and see the given when steps. And on the left, you can see the test NG results. This is a nice graph. You can see at the beginning, we were kind of cruising, everything's good, not a lot of tests. And then towards the end, you can see the spikes. And that's all the testing and building we did. Towards the bottom, this one is a particularly, when you click on the graph on the right, you could dig into the actual test. This was one that we did to test the language on the site when we switch it to English and Spanish, and you can see there we use a scenario, English and Spanish. But honestly, I would say that it wasn't easy to do the BDD and cucumber thing because of the short span, but it's really pretty. It's really, I fell in love with it. It's really nice. I liked it a lot. So that's it for us, for me, and Ami will be next.
For this project, we have utilized a range of tools to streamline our workflow to ensure efficient and collaborations. From development and testing with tools like NetBeans, Eclipse, TestNG, to project management and communicating using a WhatsApp, Google Meet. Each tool played a critical role driving the project towards a successful completion. We are open. Thank you for watching our presentations. We are open for the question.
Let's give a big round to this group. First of all, I like the theming of IKEA. You use the color very nicely. I saw that throughout the presentation. Your PowerPoint has a theme, yellow and blue circle. So thank you. That gives the spirit of IKEA. A question for you, Ami. When you started this project, how you and your team plan that who does what, when, and how?
So first, we meet up together. We wanted to think about which one should we do because we thought about the codes and other ones, but they were having some issues. So then we decided to do the IKEA, and then we each try to do the testing to see of each computer because everybody, sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. So we all try to test it, and then we meet again, and then we put it all that together.
Very nice. Edgar, question for you. When you were working with this team, I know you're a remote student. How did you communicate with your team?
WhatsApp was really like the main place where we communicated. And in terms of the work, we used GitHub, you know, to put down pieces of codes and share them amongst us.
Very good. And while you're working for such as large test cases, what are the key challenges you experience?
I had some difficulties once my browser upgraded its version, making my Chrome driver not compatible and forcing me to download the new version to solve the problem. Also, fixing and finding bugs during testing took a long time since when I recorded with Catalan on the website, some cookies were banned by the website security settings when you are trying to collect all the filters.
Got it.
Yes.
Eric, when you were working with this group, like how did you contribute it among your group?
I worked on a couple of test cases. And GitHub, I uploaded my code to GitHub. I used Jira a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So again, I mean, a question for you. Let's say if I give you 1 more month extra, what would you add, change, or update in this in a project?
I would add more features. Also play with more with an Eclipse as well, because I know we have learned it just last week, and I would utilize that more into the Eclipse.